story that I sometimes tell about my escapades in kindergarten, but people often want to know, and you're sort of from Milwaukee. Now, Milwaukee is a very kind of old industrial town. It's the biggest industry when I was growing up. There was actually brewing beer. We had many breweries, Blatz, Schlitz, many different brewing companies, that Pabst Blue Ribbon. And so that was kind of our main source of income in our town besides old line manufacturing. So it's had to make some changes, but it certainly wasn't the seat of technology or even entrepreneurism in a lot of different fields. It was a different kind of environment that I grew up in. But the story that you told about kindergarten was kind of my first inkling that the art of the deal was, kind of seductive. I kind of liked that, negotiating with my dad. But I thought it said more about my parents in a lot of ways, because my parents encouraged us. I like to say to them that I am the neglected middle child, because I am the middle child, and far from neglected. But I like to tease them with that. And thank God, they're in their 90s, they're still alive, and they're still around, and they're still great parents. They wanted us all to be independent. And I think their act of allowing me to do that, take a bus to the next town so I could graduate to my kindergarten class, showed great faith. And also made me responsible. I was responsible even at that age, but I think it really made me realize that I had negotiated that. Now, my dad also said to me at the same time, it snows a lot in Milwaukee. He said, no one's going to come pick you up. I mean, you're going to walk to the bus, and you're going to walk home, and you're going to stand out there for whatever amount of time, and don't call your mother and ask her to pick you up. And, of course, we didn't have cell phones then, so how was I going to call her anyway? I mean, but he said, you don't ask her to do anything, and, I said, that's a deal. And I was really happy to make that deal, and it taught us one of the little lessons when you're growing up that really helps you kind of understand who you are. But I think for all of us who are interested in entrepreneurism, I think every little element of success is important because success breeds success. You feel confident. You get to be more confident in yourself. And so I sometimes like to tell that story because it really was my first recollection of really having sort of the negotiated deal.